We're going to do an ABC, if you will, of how to find and depict your future home site in the neighborhood of Whispering Pines. There's a lot of, in quotation, things that you see in front of you, and it's hard if you're not in the development and building industry to understand what is what, so you can accurately drive by, walk on, and see which home site would work best for you. So let me go through a very quick tutorial on what these things are. So bear with me. Some of you that are watching may know, some may not, but this will help you. So I'm going to go as slow as possible. Right here is a water meter. It says water meter right here. It's a blue stake with blue. Don't touch it. Don't worry about it. It's merely just a reference point so you know where your water meters are throughout the entire neighborhood. As I go over here, you're going to see a gray conduit. This is Georgia Power. Again, don't touch it. Don't worry about it. This is a reference point for Georgia Power to know where to install their power when the time comes, and God willing, that will be sooner than later. So as we move over here, we'll get to this pin and stake in a second, but let's go and look at these green thingy bobbers. And I say that jokingly because I know what they are, but what are these green things? These right here are sewer services. Do not touch them. Do not worry about them. They will be cut down later in the construction process, but they'll see them throughout the entire neighborhood. Those are where your sewer service is. Now that you've learned the very basics, let's discuss how can you pinpoint where your home site is so you know what to look for. At this point in time, I have given you a virtual flipbook, which gives you your home sites. If you drive out to the neighborhood and you see this, here is a stake, here is a pin. On the inside of the stake is going to say a lot number. This specific lot is lot 64. On the other side, we'll say the other lot number. It divides the two lots. That is lot 63. This stake right here shows you the exact point between home site 64 and home site 63. If you see this pin right here at the bottom, that means our surveyor has come out here. He has located and exactly marked the middle of the home sites. In this case, it's the exact middle, the pin placement on that pin and the stake between lot 64, always look in, and lot 63. Again, always look in. So that is your good reference point. You can come out here, look at the stake. Has it been pinned? Yes, the surveyor has been out here. It is accurate. Look inside the stake and then look into the home site. This home site is specifically lot 64. So as I pan up, I can easily see there's a little bit of a swale between the two home sites. You can see the pad. It's very easy to understand how the water will run off. Now I can look and see a visual piece of the puzzle to picking my home site. As I'm looking at this, I see a couple things. The very first thing I see is 4 stakes. 4 stakes with pink ribbon. And as I walk up to those stakes, this is what you need to know. The 4 stakes have been put in by our builders on each respective home site. These are the corners of the home, exactly where your home is going to be positioned on this home site. So if you have my magazine, virtual magazine in front of you, you print it off or it's on your phone and you're flipping through and you go to lot 64, you are going to see the floor plan. You are going to see the builder. You are then going to walk out here and you're going to easily be able to depict front corner of home, back right corner of home, back left corner of the home, and then if I pan on over to the front, that's going to be the front left corner of the home. This will easily show you exactly where your home is going to be placed on your home site. And then as you continue to go through and walk on these, you'll easily be able to see, is the home site relatively flat? Is there a drop off? Is there a slope? You'll be able to see the back of your home, pull out your floor plan, and then look, and you'll see exactly where the porch will be going, how deep is the porch, and then you'll be able to assess the backyard. You'll be able to see exactly the footage of your best backyard. That is a very quick tutorial of what all of these things mean to help you decipher which home site works best for your family. Now I'm continuing with lot 64 that I just showed you. If you see pins like this, ignore them. If they have writing, if they have numbers, it is for our surveyor's purpose. Do not worry about these. Focus on only what I have told you in terms of the sewer service, the water meter, the Georgia Power conduit. Focus on the stake, focus on the pins, focus on those things. Don't focus on anything else. They are for the surveyor's purpose only. If you're out in the neighborhood and you see a stake in the middle of a lot that has CP and a number by it, do not worry about it. CP merely means a control point, and that is simply for the surveyor to have a control point to know where he needs to shoot. Do not worry about any stake that says CP and a number by it. Disregard. So how do you find out the depth of your backyard? How do you figure out from what it looks like right now to what it will look like when it's complete, like these homes that are complete over here in phase 4? How do you visually give yourself that understanding? First and foremost, from the curb, know that there's going to be a 5-foot planter. Then there is going to be sidewalk, and then you'll continue with your front yard. And I will explain what a 5-foot planter and sidewalk looks like as I go up here later on in the video. So as you are looking at this home site, your realtor who is representing your buyer needs to come stand at the stake right here. You need to bring a 100-foot tape measure at a minimum. One person will stand right here. You will then measure and walk as far back as you need to go. Say you brought a 100-foot tape measure, okay? That's what you brought out here. You will walk 100 feet. You will take the number that is on the plat that I'm giving you on February 21st with all of the starts. Let's say this is 100 feet right here. You mark it. Then you continue to measure back. Let's say in theory that it's 130 feet in depth, which is pretty industry standard, okay? I'm then gonna go back another 30 feet. I have now walked 130 feet. That will be able to have you understand exactly where the back of your home site ends and what is your property and what is not your property. How much of a backyard you'll have, how much or little of a slope you'll have. That clearly will explain it. So please, please make sure you bring a long tape measure, you bring the plat, you look at the home sites, you figure out the entire depth of the home site from back to front, and you understand that. And then you stand at the property pin that I told you, and you go ahead and measure the exact depth off, mark it, and you'll be able to visually understand how you get from this to this. All right, this is a perfect example of what you see to what you're gonna get. So in a number of my videos, past, present, and I'm sure in the future, you're gonna hear me say terms like, you're gonna have the curb, the gutter, 5-foot planter, a sidewalk, property line. Right now, as you're driving through phase 5, it's such a beautiful day today. I'm so happy to be doing this development knowledge ABCs of what to look at for lots today. But with that said, you're gonna see these blue spray paint lines that go all the way around throughout the entire development. That is giving you an example, an imagery, if you will, of what you will get in the future, which is this. So right here, curb, 5-foot planter, and then your sidewalk, and the sidewalk will go almost inches to your property line. Maybe exact, maybe a few inches off. This is a corner lot. It's not 100%, but it will go right next to your property line. So inside the 5-foot planter will be street trees. The street trees are dictated by the development company. The street trees in Whispering Pines are nut all oak. You cannot get rid of them. You cannot change the tree, and yes, they have to be in there prior to closing. So whenever you are driving through phase 5 and you are looking at what those blue lines are, and you hear me in my video say, please remember where the pins and stakes are located is off of the curb, after the 5-foot planter, after the sidewalk, then your property line begins. You now have a very good visual aspect from this video of what that means. As you drive down the road, you will see these. What are these? These are manholes. These will carry one of two things. These will either be sanitary sewer or storm sewer. And if you really, really want to be educated on what is where, it shows up on the final plat. So that's just a super quick description of what these are as you drive over there. Let's go on to the next very important item. What is this? What is this? This is called a storm inlet. This is designed to do something very, very important. It is designed to take the water from the gutter. This is the road, right here, road. This is the gutter. It is designed to take the water from either the road that goes into the gutter, down into the drain, and get it off of the properties. This then is piped underneath to go exactly all the way to our detention ponds. It is all designed, that's what development works on. It serves a very, very important purpose. Outside of those fundamentals of what this is, where does the water go once it gets into the drain, going to the detention ponds? No, if you choose a home site where this is located, it will always be there. I repeat, it will always be there. It's not going to disappear. It's not going to go anywhere. It is there forever. What is this red thingy bobber right here? It is a fire hydrant. We learned what that is in elementary school. It is there for your fire protection. No, these will never go away. They will never be moved. So if you see this by, on, or anywhere close in proximity to a home site that you like, this will be there forever for your fire protection. If you come out here and you see this stake and this pin with the word open on this, and you look out between two home sites and you see this area. What this is right here is a dedicated parcel between two home sites, which will have access at any point in time when needed to our utilities. So if you are looking at this home site to the right of this dedicated parcel, or you're looking at this home site to the left of this dedicated parcel, what that means is you'll just have more distance between the two homes. This will not be yours. You will not own this. You cannot landscape it. You cannot touch it, but it will give you a further proximity between your neighbors when you see this stake and pin that has the word open on it. If you see any buffer of trees anywhere between home sites, behind it, in between it, wherever, these are owned by the HOA. They are there to create a visually aesthetic piece to this phase in Whispering Pines. You cannot remove them. You cannot touch them. You cannot do anything with them, and nothing will be done in terms of planting more, growing more. These have been here forever as part of the property. So as you go through and you see this, please know if it is off your property, which more than likely it will be, you cannot touch it. They are owned by the HOA. There you have it. That is your development tutorial, if you will. I hope that you found this video helpful as you and your family decide which home site and home and builder best works for you in phase 5 of Whispering Pines. So I know it can be very overwhelming and challenging to come out to this phase with all of this dirt, if you will, in front of you, not really knowing where to start. This video is your starting point. This is going to help you decipher what is what and what to look at while you're out here. So stay tuned for the 21st of February. That's when you'll get all of my starts. I encourage you to start coming out to the development, start looking at what's in this video and deciphering what is what as it's getting finished up. So on the 21st of February, when I send out my spec starts, you know exactly where the lot is that you love, the exact section of that, and then you can match up the home on the home site. And February 28th is our release date. That is when you officially will be able to reserve your spec home. So get excited about that. Welcome to phase 5. Here we go. Cannot wait to welcome these 148 families to Whispering Pines. Y'all have a great day. Best of luck.